This is Ramu. He's 82. He's never seen the inside of a hospital. And this is Aditya. He's 34, lives in the city in a posh locality, has a high paying job, but battles with stress and tension and is on pills daily. What's keeping Ramu healthy and what's breaking Aditya down? Would the same stress result in different diseases in different people? Or is there a one to one correlation between the type of stress and the resultant disease? You'll get the answers to all these questions in this episode. So watch till the very end. Hi Arun, welcome back to the chat show. It's a pleasure having you here. Viewers, we have Arun back in the show. This is the second episode of that new series, as I had mentioned in the previous episode, on mind, immunity, and diseases. In this episode, again, I'm going to be asking two specific questions which you guys have shared. Okay, Arun, the first question, because I don't want to take too much time. Generally, we observe that people living in the villages or in the rural areas are less prone to diseases versus people who are in the cities. Now, my thing is, people who are in the cities have better, more cleaner atmospheres and better houses, ACs, dust-free, all sorts of things. Still, those people seem to be falling sick more and more. They should be better, right? But why is there a difference?
Good question. Okay, number one, obviously most of people say that villages have got fresh air, villages have got better food, and they live, they don't have stress in their life. Actually, stress is something which I'll say is a badly used word. Stress always where there. If there is life, there is stress. I would rather say today we lead a less stressful life. Imagine living, say, 3,000 years ago. You are not very sure that the moment you go out, you will come back. The animal kingdom, no one is sure, because the biggest stress they have is they don't know every day which they live is a gift for them. You watch Animal Kingdom, the parents are watching their kid being eaten away by a lion. Bad, and not eaten in a very, very sophisticated way, mauled, hyenas, and they are watching from a distance. They are watching their friend being eaten. Now, my question is that stress not the biggest stress? Today, at least we know that until some accident happens, you come back safely home.
It's a very different perspective. I'm wondering, we love to say today we are suffering. There's so much of stress in our lives. Children are getting stressed. We are getting stressed. Now, what you're saying is a very different thing. And I think
Absolutely.
we should definitely ponder over this particular perspective. Over to you. Sorry.
Go back to World War, era, or go back to the countries where there is daily fighting. You don't know whether you live. Is that not a stress कि कल तुम अपना loved one को देखोगे या नहीं देखोगे? You are not very sure. And that's not one day's job. It's your life, the whole life. Coming back to the thing, stress is not responsible for any disease. The challenge is not able to handle the stress.
Right.
Stress तो चाहिए. See, if there's a rope and you have to, आप अपने कपड़े उसमें सुखाना चाहते हो, अगर उसमें stress नहीं होगा, नहीं सिखा कर पाओगे. The stress has to be there. The electrical wires which are there, if there is no stress on that electrical, you say that electrical wire broke down because there was stress. No, if you make it loose hanging, it will be dangerous. So stress is actually required. The challenge is, are you enjoying that stress or not? Coming back to the same thing, happiness. Have you made friendship with the stress? And then we talked about ecosystem in our previous episode. So I'm not taking back. We talked about all things in my previous episode. Coming back to the point, in a city, the only target is to earn money. That's it. People go to city for earn money. When you say opportunity, what is the opportunity? There's no opportunity. It's only earning money. So when you are earning money, money doesn't bring any happiness. It has got no emotional quotient. So what you have done is you are living in an ecosystem which is actually not creating a happiness. And today in good metros and all, what is your way of enjoying? Go to a pub, bar, dance, and the music, loud music, is that happiness? Do you feel very happy? Do you feel blissful after that? No. So they don't even know how to enjoy. Go to the village. Since the person is living in the village, he has got limited wants, limited desires. Number one. Fine. Yeah. Number two. Now we talked about cleanliness. We talked in one of our other episodes also that if you eliminate the poor, the rich become poor.
Right.
I heard one of the Arnold Schwarzenegger's video where he said why he is so healthy and all. He said, when I come after exercising, I don't clean my body thoroughly. I keep some germs inside.
Is it?
And that struck me. Man, he's following the same thing unknowingly. The more you clean your germs, your good germs and your good bacteria and your good viruses will become bad viruses. In village, मिट्टी के साथ खेलते हो. You have those 4 elements. Remember 5 elements actually, but I'll talk about the 5th element later on. There is earth, fire, water, and
Air. Right.
And the 5th element is space or love. Now you have to balance these. In city we have 0 earth quotient, 0 air quotient. AC का उसमें बैठते हैं. Fire element is gone. Sun हम sun बात करते ही नहीं है. ठीक है? And then we go to some ashrams and all to get all these things because we don't have that. And your water. We drink H2O. We don't drink water.
Correct.
H2O is not water. The germs inside, the bacteria is inside, the chemicals inside, all those things create jal. That is why if you drink RO water or you go to a river and drink river water, obviously today river is polluted, but if you go to the source, you will find the difference between the taste.
Yes.
Coming back to the point, all these ecosystems are creating a disease thing. And lastly, we eat junk food. The happiness quotient is gone. A happy person, you will see most of the people who have got dreams, they say, मैं junk food खाता ही नहीं. For example, me. Let me tell you, in my 10 years, if I put the total number of Coca-Colas or, let me not name, sorry, any of these aerated drinks, it will not be a crate. Total 12 bottles. And that too, whenever there's a party or something, I'll say, chal yaar, I'll have this much.
Right.
I don't take it. Not at all. None of the aerated drinks. No, it's not that I don't like the taste, but I know I want to live. So coming back to the point, same thing. In city, since you are sad, you will take all this. So it's, mounting. All are mounting. Most of the corona diseases, most of the people who died of corona were in the cities, not in the villages. The ecosystem which you have built around. But yes, in city also, most of the people survived this disease who maintained that ecosystem. Like one of me. Let me tell you one thing. I never put mask. I only put mask where there was a fine. So I had no choice. I don't want to pay 2,000 rupees to, say I am right. So that moment. So coming back to the point, I have corona patients के साथ I have उनको मैंने ठीक भी किया है. So my same thing, that ecosystem. You create that ecosystem in city, you will be able to do that. But that needs a lot of discipline. Creating that ecosystem in village is easy. Because the time is short, I would have taken, but I want, as Chris, I want to give you the point that don't say, okay, let me go back to the village. You can create it in city also. People are creating it. I'm not the only one.
Yep. The next question is a very interesting question that's come. Now, what it says is, you are saying that most of the diseases are a manifestation of the stresses or negative emotions that we have, right? Whether it's a high blood pressure or diabetes or heart, whatever, right? Now, the question is there any correlation, in the sense, is there a one-to-one mapping between a particular type of stress and the resultant disease? Was I able to?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the question. I found it very interesting question. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll give you like in the last episode, I give you that mantra. 3 mantras. I'll not repeat it. I'll give you a very thing. You will become your own doctor from now onwards. Okay? Think of what are the symptoms of that disease, and think of any emotion which is related to that disease, and go and correlate that. You will find that same thing. Like, for example, in cancer, I said grudges, keeping grudges, not forgiving, cancer. Fine. Let's go to diabetes fast. Okay? What is diabetes?
Diabetes is the system. Our body is not able to manage the sugar level, and the sugar is getting into the bloodstream. Is that, I don't know, is that the right one?
Absolutely. In a layman's language, you're not able to digest sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Now go to emotions. You have challenges in your life. you are not able to digest the sweetness of life. You can't make fun of the challenges which you have. You can't digest. You say, यार, this whole life is, sour. मेरी जिंदगी में मिठास है ही नहीं, कैसे जीऊं? अब ये मंत्रा बोलो रोज, मेरे जिंदगी में मिठास है ही नहीं, कैसे जीऊं? मेरे जिंदगी में मिठास है ही नहीं, तो आपका सेल्फ टॉक बोल रहा है तथास्तु, तू मीठा कर ही नहीं पा रहा, जस्ट छोड़, खत्म कर. Period. You will start. And again, but one more thing I'll tell you. There's one more cause also, and that is that this diabetes which we talk today is a manufactured diabetes. The sugar levels which they want is wrong. So that is again a different episode. ठीक है? मधुमेह जिसे कहते हैं वो है, there is a limit and it depends upon person to person. So some person can digest even 200, 300 sugar भी होगा वो. It is your discomfort which is there. If you have made friendship with your sugar level, it won't hurt you. But that's again a different episode. But I'm telling you the basic, law. If you are diabetes, start enjoying life. If something happens bad, I'll give you one mantra. कुछ भी खराब हो ना आपकी life, something happens bad, go write 100 words comedy story about what happened to you. Comedy story. Do it for 30 days and come back to me. आपका diabetes चला जाएगा. Obviously, you need to take precautions के मतलब don't stop eating fruits, seasonal fruits. वो diabetes के लिए अच्छा होता है. आप करके दो. कोई भी आपका इंसिडेंट हुआ, you say, okay, this happened. आपका टायर पंचर हो गया, गाड़ी बंद पड़ गई, पसीना पसीना हो गया, टायर चलना नहीं आता था, very bad. Don't crib. Go home, take a diary, and I am giving you, write a script, making it funny, stand-up comedian की तरह. How, if you are a stand-up comedian, how will you narrate this story? Do this challenge. Now, this is something which people say, इसमें science क्या है? नहीं, करो तो सही. 21 days करो, every day when something hope happens bad, come, write 100 words. 21st day में अपना sugar level check कर ले.
Wow. Viewers, isn't that an interesting thing? I think you guys should, if any one of you are having diabetes, just try it out. There's no harm trying. You don't lose anything, right? Just try it out. Yeah.
Blood pressure. What is blood pressure? What is blood? So these are two. Go to any disease, I'll tell you the root cause. Blood pressure. What is blood pressure? Your blood circulation, your pumping of heart is not under your control. That's it, na?
Right.
The blood is pumping faster, the pressure is higher than what you can manage, so there is always the risk of ruptures, the risk of hemorrhage, because elasticity is either the elasticity of your veins and arteries are not good, or maybe it is a blockage and all those things which they say. Okay? But the main cause of blood pressure is that your pressure in your blood, your pumping is not under your own control.
Okay.
Most of these people are control freaks. They get disturbed when the situation is not in control. The moment anything happens, अरे यार उसको ऐसा बोला था किया नहीं, अरे ऐसा क्यों होता है, अरे नहीं तुम बताओ कहाँ गए थे. The moment you are micromanagers, you want everything under your control, So अगर देखो मैं अभी बोल रहा हूँ तो मेरा लग रहा है कि मेरा blood pressure high हो रहा है. The moment, see, this is a live demo. The moment say under control, I want to. Okay. What's happening is, and if you check my BP right now, the BP is high. But the moment I come back, but people are not able to come back. They stay in that stage. सोते वक्त भी वही सोचेंगे पूरा दिन. For them, the mantra is, I release all control. I'm happy. The universe guides me. I release all control, calm, cool. I know everything which is happening is for the good in the long run. Nothing bad will happen because this universe is there to protect me. I know when I wake up in the morning, the things would have been sorted out. Do this mantra for 21 days, you will find यार तुम्हारा बीपी पता नहीं कहाँ चला गया.
So what you're saying is predominantly people who are having high blood pressure, if you check it, they will be control freaks. They want everything under control. Is that what you're saying?
Dominant control freaks. Anxiety is also one part of it. See, most of the people will either have anxiety or depression. Okay? These are two sides of the same coin. Anxiety will be in those people who are extroverts. Depression will be in those people who will be who are introverts. I do counseling. I cure anxiety. I know the moment I look at people and मैं बोलूँगा, I feel that you have anxiety. So anxiety and depression is this thing. See, it is like this, simple. Either we fight or there's a flight mechanism. See, body knows only two survival mechanisms: fight or flight.
Yeah.
The most of the introverts want flight. most of the extroverts want fight. So whenever there's stress, somebody wants to fight it, somebody wants to run away. ठीक है, दो ही चीज होता है. So people who have that tendency of fighting, if they keep on fighting, see, fighting अच्छा होता है, but if you keep on fighting every day for small things, so your nature will become fighting, then your coexistence tathastu, you will be always in the stage of fighting. So you're always, actually, blood pressure is nothing but always being in the stage of fighting. Constant fighting, because when you fight, your blood pressure goes high, you sweat, everything, because that's required. You know, your all organs need glucose very fast, so everything will pump fast. But ठीक है, लड़ाई खत्म हो गया, come back. You don't come back, you are still fighting. The armies have gone, but still fighting. तो परमानेंट स्टेज हो गया. फ्लाइट में क्या है? आई डोंट वांट टू फाइट, आई डोंट वांट टू फाइट, आई डोंट वांट टू फाइट. देन यू गो बिकम रिक्लूस, डिप्रेस्ड, डिप्रेशन, ऑलवेज सल्किंग, ऑलवेज वांटिंग अ कॉर्नर प्लेस. नाउ you don't want to fight. So then what will happen is you'll get depressed.
So
Same
even
any
this
disease.
this you're saying would increase your blood pressure. Is that what you're saying?
Which thing?
No, whether you get into a depressed mode or you get into that fight.
No, it doesn't create your blood pressure. It doesn't create your blood pressure. It makes you suicidal. It makes you all those. See, it's
Okay.
a second phase. What I'm saying, I'm not talking about blood pressure. I'm talking about anxiety. So people will say, "यार anxiety उसको क्यों नहीं होता है?" So anxiety and depression are the two sides of the same coin. Most of the extroverts, if you find any person who's an anxiety, you will find one common thing. Most of them are extroverts.
Okay.
They like talking, they like this thing. Because I've cured so many people who have anxiety and depression also. And the moment I talk to them, I understand, yeah, he's an extrovert. So
He's
these are
this side or
cases.
that
I've got
side.
a lot of cases.
Okay.
Either you will have anxiety or you will have depression.
See, the blood pressure being high, they also say because of blockages in the arteries and all, and that is why the heart wants to pump, it's not able to because it's constricted, and that's why they put those stents and all that. What is that relationship of this with the happiness? Will being happy will open up your arteries or what? And I'm not very clear about it. Otherwise, overall, that what you said is perfect. But how will these blockages in your arteries, which is causing the high blood pressure, get released just because you are in a good state of mind? If you can just explain that.
Okay. See, this is a long topic, but I'll finish it in only one sentence. We can have another episode on this, because there's again, see, whatever I'm saying and whatever disease you are telling, there are a lot of myths also. I'm telling myths in modern science. There are myths. You know,
Right.
these are all the sugar levels, the blood pressure levels, and the this thing blockages. My one question to you is, how do you know there is a blockage?
When doctors go and check and do all this.
When you go to the doctor, how you are so sure that you don't have a blockage right now if you have not tested?
Because if everything is fine, I assume that everything is, I'm not feeling it, I'm not experiencing any.
You'll always have blockages. You'll always have blockages. Number one, there is nothing called that you don't have blockages.
Oh, okay.
And go to Dr. Hegde's videos. He has also proven this thing. That, and this is again that we have our healing go. अगर एक cut लग जाता है, see, if there's a cut, that means two veins cut गए. वो veins को stitch कौन कर रहा है? Who's there stitching those veins or creating parallel? They don't stitch the veins. See, nature doesn't stitch veins. Nature creates parallel veins or arteries. Doesn't stitch. So when there is any problem in your heart, the nature is already creating a bypass thing. Nature is the biggest bypass surgeon.
Right.
Listen to Dr. Hegde, who's a heart surgeon. Listen to this. He said that when I've done heart surgeries of people and bypass, he has seen that the arteries were already, or the arteries or veins were already being, constructed. The construction was going on. If you are happy, you would never have known. Most of the people suffer heart attacks and don't know that they have suffered heart attacks. Period. So coming back to that point, yes, your question is veins and blockages and everything. Number one, if you are in a happy stage, you will never face all those things. You will never face, your heart chakra will be fine. So you'll never face heart pain. When you are sad, you will face heart pains. My question is this: when you are sad, when somebody leaves you feel a pain in your chest. What is the location of the pain? Can you eat Saradon or Anacin or any analgesic and reduce that pain? If somebody dies and you are in grief, the pain of grief. Where is that pain of grief?
That's in the heart only.
No, heart doesn't feel it. Because if the heart felt it, if you had eaten any analgesic, it would have, made you numb and you won't be feeling the grief. So for grief, you are not prescribed analgesics. For headache, you are, but
Yes.
correct me if I am wrong.
Yeah, correct.
So the grief, the grief is nothing but the pressure, the chakra pressure here, the pressure of chakra here, which is, soul level is pressing. Then you go to the doctor and then you come to know that you have a heart blockage. But if that grief was resolved and you said सब कुछ अच्छा होता है, तो grief चला गया, the blockage might have been there. ठीक है? I think so we have overshot the time, so that's why it's so period. You go for testing, you will find all your diseases. You don't go for testing, you will not. Your body will tell you. Manage your body by your thoughts.
Good. Though we try to keep these episodes to within 10 minutes, it's just not possible, but it's fine. People who want to watch it, want to learn, they'll watch it. People who don't want to, they'll not watch it. That's fine, because I don't want to leave people with half information and they keep wondering what did he say, what should I do, etc. So it's fine. I'm fine with that. As I say, जिसको सुनना है वो सुनेंगे, जिसको देखना है वो देखेंगे, जिसको नहीं सुनना है वो कभी वैसे भी 5 मिनट पर भी नहीं सुनेंगे वो. That's fine.
My last thing, don't follow me. मैंने जो बोला है, don't take it word by word. Do your own research. Do it. Find out. If you feel it's correct, if you feel that you resonate, write down in the comments that yes. If you don't, then write down you don't, and then we will answer to that question also.
Good.
Thank you.
Thanks. So viewers, once again, a very interesting conversation that we had, and I do not know who had asked this particular question, but it was a very interesting question. I am sure you got your answers. And if you still have any doubts, as Arun said, post your questions in the comments, because we'll be happy to answer your questions. We have somebody who can give a very different perspective from normal modern medicines. He's going to give you a very different perspective. It's worth listening and trying to apply it in our lives. Okay. And if you like the episode, share it with people who would benefit from it. Next episode is going to be a very, very interesting episode. It's going to be, what is the connection between genetics and diseases? Okay. So stay tuned for the next episode. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe so that you don't miss that episode. Thank you very much, Arun. And thank you, viewers, for being with us till the end. I hope you enjoyed it. Looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye-bye.